still ain't enough.
Come on.
I done gave what I had, but it still ain't enough.
It ain't never enough.
No matter what I give, it don't seem to be enough.
Is it ever enough?
What can I give, or should I give it up?
Should I give it up?
No matter what I do, I don't seem
Hezeleo.
to be enough.
Let's go. I gave what I had, gave y'all the best of me. Hid nothing, held back. Here, take the rest of me. Guess you want the recipe, the knives and the forks. Wish I could take a look and see inside your heart. It's dark. I see that hate inside, that envy and jealousy and foolish pride. Y'all lied. You said that real niggas stick together, but the niggas that I know, them fools change like the weather. Whatever. I guess it is what it is, but I'ma stay focused, handling my biz, my kids, that's my #1 priority. You wanna stay broke? Fuck, nigga, don't involve me.
Gave what I had, but it still ain't enough. It ain't never. No matter what I give, it don't seem to be enough. Never enough. What can I give, or should I give it up? Give it up. No matter what I do, I don't seem to be enough.
Should I give it up? That's the question I ask. Boys being trill is such a thing of the past. Niggas flip, flop, flaking, straight snaking and shit. Niggas scrolling and trolling, they fake as a bitch. It's a new world order, nigga, like it or not. PA done turned into a straight Salem's lie. And I ain't loaning shit, you better hold what you got, or bleed the motherfucking shit up out of your block. And these bitches ain't loyal, tells me in the coil, but I wraps up like aluminum foil. I'm focused on myself, baby, fuck your needs. You might find another, but you won't find his. Yeah, yo.
Gave what I had, but it still ain't enough. It ain't never. No matter what I give, it don't seem to be enough. Never enough. What can I give, or should I give it up? Give it up. No matter what I do, I don't seem to be enough. Cause I done gave what I had. Gave all I had. Sacrificed all I had.
Yeah, yo. Say, man, let me know if you could hear my voice. You know what I'm talking about? This your player partner, Hezeleo, back at you. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear my voice, man. We ain't did this in a long time, but we finna try to get this thing cranked off. And man, we got a hell of a guest. You know what I'm talking about? We got a hell of a guest, but I need to see some thumbs up in the chat if you could hear my voice. You know what I'm talking about? Let me know. What's up, Mel? What's up, Zay? Okay, yeah, they can hear me. Red Lobster. I don't know what that means, but it is what it is. Man, it's so good to be back on the throne on the Trio Cast, man. But I got a guest finna come through. I need y'all to do what y'all do in the chat. He got a profane. He got how could I say, an incredible story, a devastating story, a unique story, and we gonna get into it, man. Y'all welcome the homie Big Marlon Pee Wee to the Trio Cast. What's up with it, G? Let me see.
What's going on with you, man? How you doing?
Man, it's good. I can hear you loud and clear. Can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear with that.
Hey, man, I appreciate you coming through.
Ain't no problem, bro. I know how it is. Some people need to hear a story every once in a while, you heard me?
For real. Especially in times like this. Say, introduce yourself to the folk, man. I call my people the Trio Cast over here.
Hey, man, I'm a fan of UGK, bro. I'm a fan of Trill. Hey, come up
Good.
off of them, you heard me? Long, riding dirty.
Come
Riding
on.
dirty, bro.
You out there
Fleetwood
BR,
Mac.
huh? You out there
I'm originally
BR?
from New Rose, but I'm in Baton Rouge. I've been in Baton Rouge since 1997.
1997. Okay. Introduce yourself to the folks, man.
Man, my name Marlon Joseph. I'm on Pee Wee. Man, I'm Pee Wee. I'm 0 and 182 losses, bro. I'm different. I'm unique. My stories are real. You won't hear them from me. You heard me? But I come a long ways. You know, I'm from New Roads. Like I said, I'm born and raised in New Roads. I came out here in Baton Rouge, and my life went upside down. I learned a real valuable lesson. East Baton Rouge Parish Prison ain't the place for Pee Wee. Real talk. Yeah. You still on that?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
So you can hear me now?
Yeah, I got you. You heard? You
Okay.
got everything?
Yeah. So when I left out of there, you couldn't hear me?
I mean, I heard you before when you told me to tell you who I was from and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let
You
me
didn't
see.
hear me
I'm trying.
respond?
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm trying something. I'm trying to put you on the stage. Let me see if I can take myself out. Hold up. Okay. Yeah, I can't go. Okay, so I'm here with you this whole ride. Let's get into these questions, man. I
All
just got
right,
off
shoot.
the gig grinding, but I had to put them together so we can get into it.
All right,
So
I'm there.
you just said you was from New Rose. What does that mean in relations to Baton Rouge?
Uh, they really not affiliated. You know what I'm saying? It's across the. It's a bridge that's really separating. You know, it's like bridge separating Lafayette to Lake Charles. You know what I'm talking about? It's just a bridge
Exactly.
difference, but it's like a 30 minutes ride. You know, if you're from there, you know how to get there quick.
So that it's 30 minutes away from each other.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay, okay. So you grew up in New Rose?
yeah, yeah. I grew up in New Roads, and you know, I used to always take trips to Baton Rouge. And when I say, you know, because we used to go out there as a family, and we used to do shit like go to the fruit stands, the Fun Fair Park, and shit like that. You know, as a family, I got introduced to it on the family side. You know, not the street side of it. You know, I didn't get introduced to
Already.
the street side until I decided to move to Baton Rouge. You know, and it's a
Right, right,
completely different, you know, different lifestyles. You know, I mean, I always wanted to move there. I always wanted to go there. That was my dream. You know, to
okay.
me, that's like
So
going from New Roads to New York City. That's how it
I
was.
got you.
A
I
big
got you.
difference.
Tell me about young Pee Wee coming up, man. Coming up in New Rose. Tell me about young Pee Wee. How you came up?
The real young Pee Wee, I came up, bro, like in a good environment, good structure in the house. Hung around many, you know, I hung around different people, different types of people. You know, I hung around like rappers, killers, thugs, you know, what you want to accelerate, whatever you want to call them. But I never was that person, you know, like I was different. You know, a lot of them was off the poach at a very early age. You know, I didn't come off the poach till like 17, 18 years old. You know, I didn't start learning about the streets. I mean, I knew about the girls. I mean, that was part of my life. The females. I was really into females. But, you know, I got introduced to a lot of shit the older I got. And, you know, I hung around a lot of people and I used to think, you know, the shit they was doing was cool. They never got caught up with it. And I always figured like I could do it and get away with it. But you know how it is, shit catch up with you, you know?
Right, right. So did you have siblings like brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I actually got two sisters. I'm the only male. I'm the only brother. I only got two sisters, and one of them's older than me, and one of them is in the middle. Yeah,
Okay, okay. So growing up with two sisters, I'm sure when you hit the hood or the suburbs, where were you poor and broke, or were you in the suburbs?
I wouldn't say poor and broke, but I was the next level, you know, up from that. I was,
So
you know,
you
a lot of people
you was
had
higher than
Jordans.
poor and broke.
Yeah, a lot of people had Jordans. I had hoops. You know what I'm saying? I just had the
Okay.
hoops. You know, I had the Jordan sign, but not the real Jordans. You know,
Oh, you had the hoops.
yeah, yeah. The British
They came
Knights.
from they came from where? Payless or where they come from?
I say Payless TGY, Bill's Dollar Store, you know, only in the average good day.
You ever got a pair of shoes from the grocery store?
Nah. I don't know what kind of fucking shoe. Where you from again, man? Fuck.
Fort Arthur, Texas represented till I'm dead.
Man, if you can walk in the grocery store out here and get a pair of shoes, you might well cook them bitches, you heard me?
Cook them
Real
bitches
shit.
and eat them, huh?
Yeah, real talk.
Now, hey, uh, you know, like them deck shoes, like them boat shoes and shit.
Yeah, I
Like
know what you're talking about, but
they got the
New
little
Road's
tassels
so
on them.
small. I know what you're talking about, but New Road's so small, we only had like 3 good stores back then, One red
Right.
light. You gotta understand what I'm talking about in town. One red light back then.
Okay.
It,
Okay.
you know, it the grew now with the pop, everything grew, but like I'm just saying, when I was coming up, that's what it was. I go in the corner store that was a house, buying nickels on annihilators and shit like that. Real talk. you know,
Like like the candy lady.
yeah, I go buy a fucking chop of lunch meat from where the cow getting cut right then and there in the store, that type of shit.
Ho- Hog head cheese buying mother.
What you know about that spicy hog head cheese, man, and that liver cheese, boy? You been out here before?
Yeah, a little bit. So growing up with two sisters, no brothers, you hit the hood and shit. Did you ever have to defend them, your sisters?
To be honest, bro, I don't want you to take this shit the wrong way. My sister and them did a lot of defending for me, bro. Real
Come
shit.
on, man.
Because I didn't know what it was to fight. You know what I'm saying? I was that person, like anybody could love and anybody like and shit, but I was different. But if I got into something, it was only because of a female, some shit like that back then. But if it
Right,
was defend, I ain't never had to defend my sister. It didn't turn out too good for me defending them. In other words, you know what I'm saying? It
right.
never go right. I didn't know what it was to pick up a hand. I ain't, I had to go through that.
So you ain't know how to ball
My
up your
mom
fist
and
back
daddy, my
then?
mom and daddy, I'd have seen them do a lot of things and they've been through a lot of shit as in a relationship. And I'd have seen them, have different confrontations. I knew my daddy knew how to fight,
Okay.
you know, you know. But
So
I guess it was
he ain't
something.
never instilled nothing in you?
He told me how to pick my hands up, but he didn't tell me what was coming with that shit, Oh,
He,
everybody fight different. Yeah,
he ain't
that
teach you how to
shit
throw
don't
them
work when these
hoes?
boys dance.
Hold on. Hold on. We're gonna get to that.
These boys
We doing
dancing when they
this.
tap, they fighting my boys. This shit here, you know what I'm saying? It's real, bro.
Okay, okay. So what about when you went to school? Like, did you get into any squabbles in school?
Hey, when I got into school, I had so many friends, bro. It was it was like everybody was cool with Marlon. You gotta know me to really to know me, bro. It's like ain't no beef my way unless somebody bringing it with their shit. You know what I'm saying? It never
Right,
was that type of person. Like in schools, man, I really, I never really had no fights. My girl up to the day, she was just talking shit to me the other day, talking about, you can't fight. How you gonna go in a fight and fight OG Percy? You can't
right.
win. Sound like Rocket, you can't win.
But you
Hey,
gonna show up though, huh?
yeah, I'm going to show up, man. Hey, everybody deserve a win every once in a while.
You think you got one over there?
Yeah, man. Hey, say, bro, I'd have learned so much shit from getting ass whoopings. I know how to duck without looking. You heard me?
You ready now? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's like some Danielson shit. Hold on, let me
yeah.
see. Let's get back to my questions, man. Uh, so you graduated high school?
Nah, I never had that chance. I got when I left school, my mama feel like I wasn't performing right, so I was able to go to Louisiana Youth Challenge program in Fort Port, not Fort Port, right there by Alexandria, Rapides, Pam. It's a little boot camp thing, and it was an experience then. But I was able to go there and get a GED.
Okay. What? So
Yeah,
what was the highest grade you finished?
the highest grade I finished was 10. To be honest, the 10.
So
And bro, when you think about it, it wasn't problems with the school or the shit like that. I don't know what it was. I guess I got so into the wrong shit, bro. When I tell you, I died hard behind a piece of, I really did. You know, when I first got a sample of it, it was like gold mine, and that's
come
all
on.
I wanted. I ain't want the finger no more.
So you ain't want the money. You wanted the Kagogi.
Back then I started learning the pockets was in. See, I figured if I got the women, I got it all. You know, real
If
shit. That's how
if
it
you
was. Y'all
if
was
you
pimp
if
seeing
you
Bum B. You
pimping and
hung
you
with
nothing, if
them.
you pimping
Yeah.
and you nothing,
Hey, somebody had to do it back then. I don't fuck around now.
macaroni Tony. Okay, so when would you say you started getting off the porch and getting into trouble?
Um, I probably would say when I came home from the program. You know, my first charge was different. When it was in New Roads. I was working on a car lot, and me and the dude, we became best friends and shit. So he
Okay.
introduced me to some shit like getting cars off the car lot and slanging them to in Baton Rouge.
What you
So
mean?
huh?
What you mean? Getting them off the lot and slanging them?
I was actually stealing them. I
Come
was,
on, man.
I was, hey, bro, I was getting the cars when they was colored Sierras and Broncos and shit like that, but they was fresh and brand new. It was
Yeah,
valuable then.
right.
So, I started hanging around him, and I got introduced to that shit. And I was getting paid, a little nice little change for a young person like 18, 17 years old, you know. And I ain't never had no charges in between, and I ain't never got in no other trouble, like
Okay.
streetwise. I never did that, you know.
Right.
And one time I decided to go make a sale. We went and made a sale, and he driving, the dude that I'm fucking with, he driving, and I'm on the passenger side. And the cops pulled up behind us. I don't know how. I do now, but the cops whipped up behind us. They whipped up in front like a movie, based on true story. And they was telling me to get over. They was telling me to get over, and I'm trying to throw the shit out the car. He gonna tell me to hold the shit. They go, you know what I'm saying? Real shit. My first time. And so I kept the shit. Went back to the job. They, you know what I'm saying? They locked me up for that. And from then it started happening, on a regular basis. Like I came home and I was bonded out. So I still had my job. So he put me on how to, get the cars. His sister was a real salesman. And they turned me on to this shit. Come to that bitch, they give you a key, come to that bitch late at night. And I started taking the cars. Real shit, I took like about 8, 9 cars before I first got caught. And when I got caught, it was me being greedy and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I got a chick out there. I'm riding with her. I'm getting ready to take her home. I go back to take the car back on the lot that I didn't keep that night. I took that bitch back on the lot. They got a bunch of cameras inside that bitch. You know what I'm saying? And they own. I'm looking at the lights, but I'm not paying attention that I'm really about to get caught. Caught. You know what I'm saying? And so I got caught at New Road. So when I first got caught out there, that was like in 98. In 98, I got caught up out there. When I got caught up out there, I had the court shit. I went through all that motion, and then when you know what I'm saying, I got on probation and shit like that. Then I was ready to, start my life over. I came home, so
Let
I
me ask
tried to
you this.
move to Baton Rouge. From there,
So when you got caught that time, what did they charge you with?
um, unauthorized use of movement. It
So
was
they didn't.
auto theft at first. It was auto theft at first, but then they dropped it down to unauthorized use of a movement. They gave me
Okay.
2 years probation, 2 years credit. I mean, 2 years suspended. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So you back on the street.
Yeah, yeah. Quick. In New Roads, it works fast. It's different out there. You know what I'm saying? You go to jail today, tomorrow you go to court, the next day you know what I'm saying? You go do what they go do, and the next day you home. Out here it's completely fucking different.
Right. So you get out of jail, then what happened then?
Came home, started working at Sonic and Burger King at the same time, making money. Decided to make me a little more money, and then I decided to shoot out. I left from New Roads to go to Baton Rouge without telling my probation officer.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Just wanted to start. Just I decided up and leave. My daddy told me to come. He told me to come on out there. And my first ride by myself, actually, to go to BR was my first time getting introduced to that bitch. I got introduced to that bitch by getting locked up. As soon as I crossed over the bridge, over the hump on the right side, they had a police officer. And he said I was speeding. And you know what I'm saying? I probably could have got away with it. But when he ran my shit in, You know, all that shit came up.
Oh shit.
And I'm telling you, I seen something I ain't never seen before.
What's that?
I've seen East Baton Rouge Parish Prison. And
The
that's what I
prison.
saw.
So no county jail first, just straight to the prison?
County jail, county jail. County's where? It's not
Huh?
Texas. This not it's county jail. Them bitches got a prison. Ain't no East Baton. It's a real prison. It's from here to there. You know what I'm saying? You might go there to on Plank Road to get transported, but it ain't no county jail.
So
We
you
talking
go
about
straight from the streets to prison.
straight to it. Probation
So
violation. Probation
so no
violation.
time to get ready to go to prison. Just
Huh?
straight in the prison. You ain't got no time in the county to get ready to go to prison. You just
Shit, no, I
straight to the
couldn't get
prison.
dressed up. I couldn't get dressed up, put on a good pair of shoes, get a fresh haircut, and say I'm ready to go to that bitch. Them bitches
No
took
push
me
up,
as is.
no push
As
ups,
is.
nobody to game you up. You just straight up in that motherfucker.
Man, I used to see, hey, bro, see the thing about that bitch, I used to hear about that person. You heard me? I used to hear a lot of stories. You know, you used to hear about Angola, and they used to talk about that bitch baby Angola. And when you
Come
hear
on.
some shit like that, that puts some fear in your heart when you ain't never been crossed that line. You know?
Right.
I ain't never had nobody give me a chance to say, man, don't go do this here. I came straight from New Roads, crossed the bridge, straight to that bitch. First time. Probation violation. First time. And I came home after that. You know, it was after 2 years.
How long you stayed in
I
there?
did 2 years for that shit on probation violation. Yeah. It's
And
retarded out here. Fuck you. They don't give a
this
fuck
is your
about it.
first time, right?
Yeah.
So if you can remember when they first put you in that bitch, you know what you was going through mentally.
Mentally.
Yeah.
Mentally.
What was your thoughts?
Fuck mentally. Man, I was going through this shit physically. Fuck he say mentally. And I was going, man, I ain't had a chance to be mental in that bitch, man. It was straight physical. I'm telling
God.
you, man. When I walked through that bitch, I walked through Central Booking to the patch to get fingerprinted and shit like that process. They had dudes over there hollering, help me, God, God. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying this shit, and I'm looking at it, and I'm looking at the fucking God. He's telling me I'm about to go in that cave. You lost your mind. You know? Shit. My first time in there. It was retarded.
So it was
Shit.
it was all physical, nothing mental.
Say, bro, it was nothing mental. If you had the chance to be mental, you was in the wrong place. You had to be physical. Real shit. Man, that fit the truth, bro.
So what was your first physical altercation in there?
My first physical altercation, my
Yeah.
first physical altercation was when I could say, when I was trying to figure out, see, the prison got an old prison and it has a new prison. And the old prison is completely different from the new prison. I mean, back then it's completely different. It was different. You know what I'm saying? My first altercation came from me getting in line, trying to go to the back to get to the prison. You know, when you get them sacks and shit like that, I was getting ready to grab a sack, and the dude told me, don't touch that. That's his shit. That the people just gave. So, you know, my first altercation with him telling me, you'll find out what that means when you get in the back online. I'm like, we going on the same line, on the same tier together. You know what I'm saying? That's my first altercation. And when I'm telling you, when I got back there, I didn't want no sack. I didn't want the mat. I didn't want the mattress. I didn't want the blanket. I didn't want the sheet. I just wanted to get the fuck from around him. My altercation.
So they put you back there and is the sack yours and he just claiming it? Or did you pick up the wrong sack?
Ain't no pickup. It was mine, but he claimed it. And I ain't never looked at no dudes in their eyes the way I looked at them. Man, them dudes look like killers. Man, I'm just saying, you gotta see him. Tattoos in his face and shit like muscles and shit. This is my first time seeing them.
So you literally saying you just got there and the nigga took something from you.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
ain't want to get that you ain't
Going
want to
to
get
the
that
back.
back?
Huh?
Huh? You ain't
Huh?
want that back?
Fuck no.
He can have it.
Yeah, shit, I had orange on. I still was a little warm. Fuck all that. Man, 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 you gotta understand, bro. If you ever heard them, hey, they different out here, bro. And I don't never talk about no bad other prison like gangster and shit like that. I say I've been around. I've been to hunts. But I'm saying I'd have been around. But I'm telling you to experience that bitch there and you ain't from out here, you get ready.
But I'm saying though, like, if niggas watching and they seen he done took something from you, that's like green light for another nigga to take something from you. Like, did that type of shit start happening?
I'm glad you know it. You must have been locked up before. Yeah,
Never, never.
yeah, yeah. But see, I only went online with two of the dudes that was coming out of Central Booking with me. A lot of them went to different other parts of the prison. Now they knew the game. They knew what Pee Wee wasn't about no trouble already. But you know, it wasn't that point that made a motherfucker do that. See, when I first went online, I went to the back in the old prison. I was telling the guard that I didn't have my set. So he didn't give a fuck. He said, wait on it. That's what he told me. Wait on it. So I was waiting on it. But as I'm going in this motherfucker, you got a bunch of dudes, you know, in this bitch. A bunch of dudes. And I'm telling you, the way they is, they don't look like nobody Pee Wee need to be fucking with. You know what I'm saying? Their expressions, they looking at you, they following you. They got dudes over here rapping. I'm not doing this shit. They shooting videos in this bitch. You know? They got dudes over here. They got dudes playing fucking games. I'm looking at dudes on the first time on the knees and he ain't sucking nobody's shit. He just on his fucking knees. You know what I'm saying? I've seen some shit that fucked me up. I've seen dudes on the phone, talking on the phone. You know what I'm saying? I'm not knowing you're not supposed to go to that phone if that bitch flipped upside down. I'm not knowing you're not supposed to touch that. They didn't give me them instructions. That's what I'm saying. When I came back, they didn't give me no green light on no shit. Like, I went back there dumb.
And what happened when you touched that?
Nigga whooped the shit out of me. Flushed the shit out of me, man. Nigga flushed me. I ain't gonna need to lie. Nigga flushed me. Nigga flushed me so hard, so bad I ain't asked to use the phone for about 2 weeks out. Real shit.
Give a fuck who you had to call, huh?
Fuck it, shoot a kite. You know, I can talk that shit now. Shoot a kite.
Yeah. Hey, so when you get the phrase from "that wasn't your mama house,"
say it again.
The phrase "that wasn't your mama house."
That ain't the phrase. That's not your mama house. Not in there. Shit. When you shit, that ain't your daddy house neither. Fuck. Man, that house there. That bitch got demons in it, bro. That bitch come from the ground. Say whoever came up with that fucking bright idea, man, they got some shit going on in that month, and you don't know about the untold stories. I'm just saying it's real. I can't put nobody on the map who ain't already on the map for the shit like that. But them bitches retarded.
I believe you. I believe you. Say, so I heard a story that a nigga took your po' bar sandwich from you. Could you break that down for us?
I was up the road in Callahoola. And you know, you get shipped up there sometimes. You know, you don't got the privilege to say no or nothing, they just ship you. So I went up the road one time and everything, you know, came back all my, you know, you couldn't take the stove with you, all your stove shit. So, you know, when you get out there, your people able to send you money and shit like that. And you know, you get special privilege if you got a little change on your stove. I had a little change on my stove. I decided to give me a po' bar. They got po' bar cars out there. And you can order your po' bar. So nigga showing me how to order the shit and everything. So while he's showing me how to order the shit, he filling up his appetite at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So I ordered the po' bar came that night and everything. They called my name to get the po' bar. And went from hell from there. You dig what I'm saying? Real shit. Nigga sat there and ate my shit. But a nigga intimidated me so hard. But real shit, nigga intimidated me out that shit. You know, it's just a look. I'm around different guys now. These dudes different. You know what I'm saying? They bigger. They retard. You know, it was shit like that. Fight for it. Some shit I wasn't thinking wasn't worth fighting for. Because the ass whoopers they give you in that bitch from that bitch will teach you a lesson. A valuable lesson. Stay the fuck out of there. Real talk.
How did he like you ordered the po' bar. The po' bar is coming and it's supposed to be in your possession.
No, it
Did he
don't get to
take
your
the
possession.
hand? Like, how did he get the po' bar?
We up there standing at the key. And at the key is a door. And they got a flap. You dig what I'm saying? So, you know, they open that shit up or they open the doors. Normally they open the doors sometimes, but when it's like, I don't know what it was. A couple of times they did it like that. They just send the shit through the key to ask for your name. And with the name, they gotta hit the thing to punch the star, let you know you purchased that shit. And they did all that shit while they was doing that. That nigga was taking that bitch out of my hand. Looking at me, I'm trying to, thinking we gonna divide the shit. Nigga ate the shit.
So you willing to even happen it with him?
Say that again?
You was willing to share it with him?
Yeah, fuck, I'm up the road. It's my first time. I'm trying to figure out shit. I'm trying to learn the shit. This is my first time going up the road,
So they hand it to you. He take it out your hand
Right.
and devour the whole thing.
Yeah.
How did
Right.
that make you feel?
Hungry. Fuck, how you think it made me feel?
You ain't want to fight?
Man, on an empty stomach?
Yeah.
Fuck. On an empty stomach? See how that go.
Yeah,
Be
okay.
vomiting shit.
Did you verbally did you tell a nigga anything? Like, what'd you do?
Niggas watched it. Niggas, the way it was set up, niggas seeing that shit. Niggas watched it. It wasn't just the fucking po bar. It's just a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know, man. I never did want to fight. I never wanted to be the nigga to have to fight. I always figured I could find my way out there. Talk my way out of this shit like this. But in there, it's just nigga ain't trying to hear nothing.
What about if you go in there and you try to stay on the straight and narrow, get into religion, get in your Bible? Like, will a nigga leave you alone, or how that work?
What?
Like, you reading your Bible, like you ain't trying to be a part of nothing. How that work?
Man, look what I'm telling you. I told you from the beginning when I first told you. I said they demons. They fucking demons. Demons will come take that good book out your hand and whoop your ass with that page. They turn the other cheek. But that scripture turned the other cheek. Shit, they turned it.
So you can't pray and ward off the evil spirit.
Yeah. Hey, bro, man, I went on the Christian line. And that was in the parish. And, they used to tell me that was a safe place to get, a safe spot to get. And I remember that shit. I remember them going to that bitch and they bring me there. It was like about 11 o'clock that night on Q14, something like something. And I remember them taking me to that bitch. And when they took me there, it was introduced to me like they cool people. You know what I'm saying? There's real religious in this bitch. It's strange when you see a dorm rep trying to, sexualize somebody, but you see that shit. You know what I'm saying? You're not used to that shit because you thinking God in that shit. You know what you was just talking about? You thinking
Right.
God in there. And God ain't nowhere in there, man.
Come on, man.
Say, man, you could get on your knees and sit there and pray. How you could cover your head. I'm telling you, them motherfuckers entertaining in there, bro. For free. Yeah.
So you saying you in a church house and shit going down in a church house?
The deacon consulted. The deacon put it up. The deacon sent the hit. Yeah. Yeah, man. It's
So
real.
you say you was chasing the women when you was out on the streets. Was you able to game up on the prison guard and their female guard?
Every once in a while, I run across one that was vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? It's just a little talk. She'll talk to a little nigga. She'll have you come out the key. You know what I'm saying? For a little while, keep her company. I experienced that. I just did that, but I never got the chance to got close. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they do little favors for you.
You ain't got no kagoga while you was in there.
Nah, shit, no, man. It's prison. Certain shit
Man,
I couldn't do. That money could do
brother,
it, but I ain't had that type of shit, you heard?
My little brother got an STD from one of them prison guards.
Yeah, they got a lot of places you hear where it's a lot of shit like that. I heard up the road, like Wade, and you know what I'm saying, some camps like that. The women, you know what I'm saying, it's easy, But I'm just saying, you got 10,000 dudes in one fucking spot. How about you gonna do this shit?
Competition. So
that bitch causing problems whenever she causes on the street.
Right. Shit. And she probably don't even look worth shit. But let me ask you this.
Man, at any given day, I'll take a 300-pound at any given day. She ain't gotta look good, just be good. You heard?
Right. Pork that pork with your fork. But look, so while you was in there, did you pick up any trades, any skills?
Yeah,
What?
saved my life. Fight for, find a way to get off this line. Fucking right. How to get from one spot to another spot. Yeah, man, that's the only trade I had. How to get the fuck out. Definitely, definitely. I can't live.
Hey,
Trade.
so this phrase "I can't live," what is that? Is that like what it? I don't want to say the word snitching, but what is that like? Is that catching
No,
out?
it's
What is
just what
that?
the fuck. It's just what it is. I can't live. Move me. Get me off here. Help me. Shit, I
But ain't
can't
that's
live.
considered like that's considered like catching out?
Yeah, check the fuck out. Check out.
So
See,
what
that's the
about when you
hard
show up
word.
somewhere
Yeah,
else?
that's the word you just said. Check out. That's the hard way of sounding. I'm gonna tell you the easy way. I can't live. Simple.
So what about when they move you somewhere else? Don't that follow you like this nigga he
Yeah,
catching
see,
out?
see, see. When I was doing that shit, I didn't used to think that shit would get worse or that shit would follow me. See, I ain't know that until this is my first time going through this bitch, through the system like this here. I didn't know that, this shit, they gonna shoot kites and say, man, this dude here checked offline. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that. I didn't know that, I didn't know that. I thought you moved and it was safe. You move from one neighborhood to another neighborhood, different neighbors. But you,
Right.
at some form of time, you see them. You go run across them, you know?
So you wasn't gang affiliated or nothing.
Shit, no. Shit, no. Ain't had, see, my mama kept me away from that. I didn't know what it was to be in the gang. I know what the ass whooping felt like, you know. But gangs, I ain't wasn't with that game. I ain't had that opportunity.
What about when you went down? Like nobody approached you and wanted you to get down with them or wanted to
Yeah,
see if you wanted to?
but see, it really ain't gangs out here. It's basically more hood shit. You know what I'm saying? If you see, I wasn't from Baton Rouge. That was really made it a big difference. I couldn't go on the line back then and say I was from CC lockdown. They got dudes back there from CC. They want to know who you is. Wait, I ain't never seen you. I couldn't say I was from Brookstown. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't never stayed in Brookstown. Nigga don't know me from a day before. I couldn't say I was from Glen Oaks. None of that. I was from New Roads. And I'm saying you being from not there, it plays a toll back then. It was
Right.
Moss. They played a toll. So it wasn't the gangs. It was just that I wasn't there.
But that's commendable that you went in there solo and stood on your own, even though you maybe took them losses. You didn't
I
try to
lost.
claim this hood or that hood to have some numbers. You
Yeah,
stood as a man by yourself.
yeah. Hey, bro, there's a lot of ass whoopings, bro. There's a lot of different types of ass whooping they give in there. But
But you showed
I,
up.
I've been through that. You know what I'm saying? I took them. My nerves so bad now, man. I don't like being around too many guys at one time. You know what I'm saying? My nerves get too bad. I don't trust you. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? At any
Nigga
given
might sneak
time,
you or
I'll
something.
flash out. Not you, but I'll flash out. You know?
Okay.
I,
So now
I,
you
I
know how to ball up your fist.
yeah, shit, yeah. I ain't got another charge.
So did you ever
Yeah,
come close to winning?
yeah.
Tell me about it.
When I got released,
That is a W. That's a win.
I'm with near the TV, baby. It's a win.
Near the TV in the building. Hey,
Yeah.
so check it out. Let's say you there now. You kind of, got some time under your belt, and you see a younger individual just came in, and maybe he getting bullied. Did you ever want to, what I'm saying, assist him or check the bully or something?
Shit, no. My problem was my problem. Everybody looked at me, got ass whooping. Fuck, I look like going to tell them. No, I was happy when that shit got off of me. I was happy.
Oh,
I ain't saying nothing like good thing, but I was happy to see somebody else go through what I was going through. Real talk.
so
Shit,
what no rescuing?
shit, the rest, man, ain't no life jacket in that fish. You either swim or drown. Real
So
talk.
would you say you dog paddled or did you swim or did you drown?
Whew. let's say it like this here. When they threw me the life jacket, I couldn't reach it. Let me say this here. When the boat was coming to me, they say the water was too shallow. You hear what I'm saying? Let's put it like this. When they say they were supposed to get there in the daytime, it looked like it was nighttime outside. So you got that?
Yeah, almost. Almost ain't good enough. But
Shit.
yeah, so it's almost the holidays, man. It's almost Thanksgiving, right?
Right.
I'm pretty sure you finna eat big Cajun food, this and that, this and that. But
Now I
compared to
am.
me, yeah.
Now
But
I am.
compared to being in there, what does Thanksgiving look like in there?
You lonely, bro. Real shit. You know, it's stressful right now. And a lot of dudes going through it in that bitch. Real talk. They're going through it because it's getting too close to the holidays. You know, if you ain't making that docket right now, I'd have seen like a lot of dudes wanted to go home. And that shit, play a toll on you because you in here with these dudes that's really ain't got time and you and y'all together. Now, you know what I'm saying? You in that bitch fussing and shit, dudes in this that got time telling other people, man, you stressing because you get to go home and you about to go home and shit. But what I went through was different. I had time. My first Thanksgiving wasn't really thankful. It wasn't nothing to be Thanksgiving about. You know what I'm saying? I remember us going to chow, and I remember me going sit down to chow, and I remember me getting the turkey, and I remember me getting the grape shit and the cornbread dressing. And I remember me sitting there starting to eat. And I remember, it wasn't nothing I really wanted, but it's the way the nigga tucked my plate. You dig what I'm saying?
You
The
saying
way he took my plate and ate
like
my
somebody was
Thanksgiving.
cleaning up, like somebody was cleaning up, picking up trays, or
Nah, man, the
who
nigga
took your
sitting on
plate?
side of me. It was a dude sitting on side of me.
Nigga took your Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah, yeah.
I know that made you want to fight.
On the empty stomach.
Nigga, you gonna keep making that excuse? You better
Shit.
get you a goddamn glass of water or something.
On the empty stomach. Man,
You
you
right.
gotta be, I'm telling you, you gotta be all the way right when you dance with them boys. You gotta
You
be all
right.
the way right. You know, you know, I was around dudes who was like from New Orleans. And to see them fight in action and the way they rolled, and to see the way Baton Rouge fight, or to see somebody else come in. I ain't had none of that.
You ain't have nothing compared to that.
None of that. None of that.
So I
Only
heard
thing I
you.
could do was just I ain't had none of that, bro.
Could you block?
Yeah, I could block good, but when you block and then run into the gate to try to get away, don't work. You know what I'm saying? Fuck you talking about?
You
I'm trying to
blocking with
block.
your back.
I told you my slogan. I can't live. Deputy, deputy. I gotta run to do this shit. It's a
So
procedure. You gotta get
I
up
heard
off the
you.
ground. You gotta run to the gate. You can't just fucking block and do all that shit and see if somebody coming. That's
Right.
impossible. It's impossible.
I got you. So I
Yeah,
heard you on Nitty TV. Shout out to Nitty TV.
yeah. Shout
Uh,
out to Vic Nitty.
y'all go check out some hell of interviews over there. But I heard you say niggas invited you to the studio in there. You shouldn't have never went. Why? What happened?
See, because they studio, they got music. Let me tell you, they studio ain't like the street studios. Street studios completely different. I was up the road and they had, in the back, they had a big old fucking circle. And in the circle, everybody was beating and they was doing their shit, you know what I'm saying? They came, everybody. But in that circle, I didn't know that they was in the circle for the fight. And when I say in their studio, I didn't come to their studio for that shit. I came to the studio to listen to music. Music. They back there fighting, making songs off they whoop your ass. After they whooping your ass. Brand new songs, hits, talking about a go. Shit, man, that's some of the best ass whooping rappers in that motherfucker. Shit. I got a son sitting right here now. Look like he about to cut an album. Shit.
So
Shit.
you back there to hear some music.
Yeah, I didn't, it was entertaining. I was in my bed laying. My set told me. He was an old dude. He said, you don't need to go back there. but the beat was so raw. If you'd have heard him, man, it was like Scarface back in the day. Smile for me. You know,
Yeah.
that's real shit. And I go back there, shit, my smile went, nigga
Smile
say
turned
you
upside
next.
down.
Nigga did a spin and nigga did a whole 360. He say you. Uh-huh. I ain't got no lyrics, dick. No lyrics. No lyrics. But deputy, I can't live.
You ain't
Shit.
cut a hook?
A hook. I ducked the hook. Shit. Ducked
Damn,
the hook.
dog.
He said I cut a hook. I ducked the shit out that bitch.
So the past time, did you ever read any books outside of the Bible while you was in there?
Yeah. Yeah. What's them they call them books, it's urban books, the urban legend books. I'm right, baby. Down. It was the urban books, you know. And I read a cut for that shit, but I had to put that book down because them books there have you too much excited. You know what I'm saying? They go deep with shit. You think you're in there with a fucking woman reading them pictures
Come
late
on.
at night. Oh, fuck! I started back reading a good book.
Yeah. You back in that Bible.
Yeah,
So,
from Revelations.
what was one of the worst fights you got into in that thing?
One of the worst fights. No, man, you asked me that, but I could tell you all of them was worse. But one of the worst fights I say, I don't know. When I first got on N Wayne, and my money order didn't came. So I was telling them, you know, trying to prolong this shit and telling them that my girl gonna send my money her. My money her. So the dude kept telling me it's cool, it's cool, it's cool. But when you get snuck and you don't know that bitch coming, that shit kind of hurt. And he did this shit all that day. And I kept calling my girl, kept calling, asking about the money on the money on. He whooped my ass so bad. I called home and told my old lady to get me moved off the line. Real shit. It's different types of ass whooping. They got stress ass whoopings. They got ass whoopings that if they ain't going home, you know what I'm saying? They got ass whooping that the girlfriend's cheating on, he won't take it. It's so many reasons for these dudes to beat your ass. You know what I'm saying? But look like it all comes to Pee Wee. I'd have been them.
Different
You gotta try to
different
come to
calibers.
dudes and talk to dudes and let them know they gonna be all right. They gonna go home and shit. They turn on you too. They turn on you too, man. It's just it was different, bro. I'm telling you what I experienced going to that fish there. I would never wish that on nobody. And they say some people need to learn some shit. That's a lesson that you don't want to learn, bro. You know, you want to
Right.
take somebody's advice, and you don't want to go there. You know what I'm
Come on.
saying? You you really want to take somebody, but you want to listen. You know, I used to listen to my daddy, and I used to listen to my daddy used to tell me, he used to say, man, when you go in that bitch, it's okay, it's all right. I'm gonna talk to you, accept your calls and shit. But you're going in there for dumb shit, for bullshit, I'm gonna leave your ass in there. And he used to leave me in there. I ain't never been bonded out. I ain't lying. I've been bonded out one time in my life. You know, other than that, I go in the courtroom and I pleaded guilty. I ain't got time for this shit. I want to go get this shit done. But the last time I did it on myself because I got tired. You know, I was on this probation. I was in drug court. And you know, their stipulation wasn't matching up with me. I was still in the streets. I like the drugging. Fuck the drug testings and all that shit there. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to do what
Right.
I wanted to do. So, you know, it was like I just got tired. I got tired of being locked up in the trying to go to these programs and do all this other shit. I just wanted to be me. So I decided to go to court on the last round, and I told the judge I wanted to violate myself. Them bitches say 14 years. I said,
Come on,
hold up,
man.
Your Honor. Hold up. Let's take that back. Let's take that back. Real shit. But they gave me 7. You know, but you having the time under your belt when you're on paper and shit going back and forth, they calculate. But I still did a lot of time. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm telling you, one night in East Baton Rouge Parish Prison is like a year, nigga. Real
Damn.
shit. What the fuck, how you look at it? You'll see Christmas one day, you'll see Thanksgiving one day, all in the same fucking day though. You real shit. Yeah,
So you say it was demons in there.
yeah, man.
Did you ever
Like
experience like some paranormal type shit while you was in there?
paranoid. I'm always with paranoid because you never know what's coming. Paranoid. Go no. You heard stories about that prison talking about they got bodies under that shit. You know, they're supposed to be buried over a graveyard. But ghost shit, I ain't seen no ghost. The only ghost I seen was my body leaving my body, watching me get ass whooped. That's some fucking ghost. That's
Damn it, man. So, okay, so I would think being paranoid in there that you would experience fear. So on a
fear.
scale of yeah, so on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being like I'm terrified, where did you line up 1 to 10, 10 being terrified? Like, where were you with the fear?
Scared.
Scared.
Terrified. Yeah, man, I was scared when I walked through that bitch and seen the dudes in Central Booking. I told you that. I was scared when I seen him because he told me I had to go in there with them. Yeah, shit. Man, shit. You gotta
So
see
you
them
was on
halls,
10.
bro. When you go down them long halls and it's lights, right? 1, 2, 3, but then the further you go, the lights disappear. But you
Come on.
still walking that hall, going to that tier. And I ain't just saying, bro, when the lights go out, the lights go out. And
Man,
you man, it's no sleep. No sleep. Like I said, they cut albums all night beating on lockers and shit. You know what I'm saying? They in the studio all the time beating on lockers. They
you
playing
ain't never.
cards. They stealing your shit. They doing all that happened to me. See, my mail call, I used to be thinking I was reading my mail first, but I had other motherfucking inmates reading the mail for me.
Come on, man.
Yeah, it's just really it is.
Let me segue right quick. Are you familiar with a dude named Lamarck Moore?
Lamar Moore.
He a Alabama inmate that did a documentary back in the day, similar to that Fleece Johnson type shit. You're
Nah,
not you're not familiar with that?
no.
Okay, okay. But you are familiar with Fleece Johnson, right?
Yeah, I'm familiar with him.
Did you meet any inmates where you was similar to him?
I had when I got locked up, one of my partners, he was gay. And like I said, we was in drug court, and when we used to get locked up, we used to always get remain together. You know what I'm saying? And like that's like the only person like in there like I really ever fuck with on that level. But like I never had, you know what I'm saying? It's always in there, but we separated. They separate you from them. You know what I'm saying? They got a whole line for you, for them and for you. But you might see them on the yard calls and shit like the Shim Shams. You might see them on the yard call or some shit like that. But not like they ain't gonna put them on the line with you. It's too much drama.
Okay.
Got a lot of dudes like dudes I see today. You heard me?
Right, right. Yeah, okay. So you ain't never seen no over aggressive niggas running down on scared
Yeah,
niggas trying to take something from them.
yeah. I just saw that. I just saw that.
Okay.
I just watched that. Seen it happen. And like I
It ever
say,
happened to you?
I always say I'd be grateful that it didn't. You know,
Good, good,
I'd
good.
be grateful. You know, it's like it didn't keep it 100. It was like different when I was in there. You know, like like now you see more and more niggas coming out the closet with this shit. You know what I'm saying? Today. Back then, if it was something like that going on, nobody wanted you to know about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're
Right,
in a maximum place like Angola where you know you ain't fucking coming home. You know, now today they go in there like that and be like that already. You dig what I'm saying?
right.
You know,
So have you ever been to Angola?
shit. No, I've been there with my daddy to go visit.
Okay, okay. Yeah, so the place you went to, what it was called?
Hunts. I went to Hunts. I went to Hunts. I went to
Huh.
Hunts before, and I went to Hunts my last year before I got released. And when I got to Hunts, bro, it was like it was really now that was just it's just completely on a different level shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you got motherfuckers really from Angola coming to there. You know what I'm saying? They really swapping out. It's DOC, it's the heartbeat of all the prisons, you know. That's where your time
Okay.
get calculated and everything, you know what I'm saying? But to see some of the shit you see up there is like be like, man, this TV shit. You think it ain't real, you know what I'm saying? But it's real.
Right,
You know, you'll be sitting down and you'll watch a motherfucker come outside and just yap a dude in the mouth or just start shanking. You'll see that, you know, but I don't know. I don't know, bro. On my jokes, I can say God been with me, but I just didn't see him. You know what I'm
Right. He
saying?
was there. He was there though.
Yeah, he was there. Some of the licks I took, I felt like he might have took them because I don't know how I got up. Real shit.
Man, let me see what I was about to ask you. So I saw you in the cell with OG Person, and I was watching the conversation. It looked like he was trying you a little bit.
Yeah, and I felt that shit, but I didn't see that shit like that because I wasn't you know what I'm saying? I don't be with that shit, bro. If you don't ain't with that shit, you don't be looking for it like that. But I felt I looked at the tape after that and all that other shit. Then I started feeling kind of played about the shit.
You
You
felt
know?
some kind of way,
Yeah.
make you want to ball up your fist.
Yeah. Call them out now. And I
Uh
got a
oh.
full stomach on that shit.
Come on.
Yeah.
Okay,
Real
man. I'm
shit.
gonna ask. I'm gonna ask you one more question. You taking all these losses. At any point in time, do you think, man, I'm finna give me a banger? I'm finna give me some steel, and I'm finna let the air out of a motherfucker. You ever felt that way?
Yeah.
Or what you do?
It was what it was, June 12th, 2012. I think it was like 12 o'clock that night when they called my name. I said, man, I'm about to whoop these bitches' ass and get out of here. I was free. I ain't had to do it. Fuck you talking about, man? No, it wasn't never that
Okay.
time. Man, you
Okay.
said I just told you about that. I'm 0 and 182, man. We ain't gonna talk about it all right now. Next time we will. But man, I ain't never felt that time. In my mind, I always said I could do it. But when you acting that shit out in real life, it's different. Them dudes fighting back. In your mind, you taking, shit no. Man,
So,
shit.
so being in the streets, being in prison, you couldn't strum up no violence.
How, man? And I used to play hopscotch when I was a fucking child. Fuck,
That
tell me how, man. I was the one playing tag you it. I was it. Hey,
man, you have a very unique story because you would think a place like that would turn you into a monster, and you
shit.
still able to laugh at your pain.
Yeah,
I salute you, man.
appreciate that, bro.
I know you got business to handle, man. I wanted to tap in with you tonight. Hopefully we can do it again.
Bet, bet.
Shout out to Knitted TV,
Appreciate
everybody
you.
in the chat.
Yeah,
If
shout him
you want
out,
to get
man.
man,
If
go
you
and do
ain't
that.
on it, you ain't with it.
Huh? And where they
All
can
right
follow
then,
you
bro.
at?
I'm on YouTube, Marlon Pee Wee Joseph. I'm on all the platforms right now. You just pull up Marlon Joseph. You'll see me. Yeah.
Already. I appreciate your time, brother.
All right. I appreciate you popping in on me, man.
Talk to you soon.
Bet.
Already. Yeah, man, that was Marlon Pee Wee Joseph. Uh, all the pain, all the drama, all the negativity he went through, he still could laugh about it. If any one of us had been took 182 losses, think about that. Who would that have turned you into? You can be broken, but when you break, sometimes you break off into something way more detrimental than what you once was, or you can be broken down. This man, even though he said he took all them losses, I don't see a defeated man. I see somebody who was made, somebody who was able to endure that shit and still laugh at it. So that nigga pain became champagne. Come on, man. Let me drink some of this trio juice. I never wanted to go to prison, like any one of us. I came close. But what I understood about myself was I was capable of extreme violence. And I got a good heart. I believe in God. I care about people. But pushed the right way, I can become inhumane. And I never wanted to see that side of myself remaining day after day or year after year. You know, you could find yourself in a circumstance, in a situation that may last for 10, 15 minutes. The average fight is about 3 to 5 minutes in the street. A whole lot take place, but in about 3 to 5 minutes, that's the average fight. But some people who cannot control their emotions, they turn that 3 to 5 minutes sometime into 10 years, 20 years, and sometime into life. So now they have to, day by day, relive what they went through, what they did, what got them there. But now they got a whole new, uh, how could I say, set of circumstances to deal with. They trapped in drama, chaos, and negativity on a daily basis. To me, it's almost like being a POW, you know, a POW, a prisoner of war. You have to be a warrior in certain environments. And that's something that I deeply thought about when all my peers was going in and out of prison. I knew I was on my way, but I thought about it deeply. I'm like, dog, you've escaped so much. Do you want to live that aggravated lifestyle day in and day out? Be on guard every minute, barely can sleep because you don't know who coming with what, race wars, internal wars, black on black, Mexican. It's just too much to fathom. And the only reason I know a little bit about this and that, is because unfortunately, I have a brother who's been in prison since he was 16 years old. At this point, he's done 30 years. And unfortunately, he got life. He escaped the death penalty. And throughout his stay, I always visited him. We always communicated. I always learned about way too much. But I knew as a personal choice, I didn't want to get locked in that type of situation. Because in the streets, I defended myself. In the streets, I fought my fight. I did what I had to do. So if I would have had to go in there, I would have been that same person, but probably way more amplified, making way more examples. And I was afraid of what I might become. And I salute every warrior who fought in battle for the country, the individuals who've been uh, locked up and had to fight for their lives and their manhood year after year. You've been traumatized. And I don't believe you've had the proper counseling or medical attention to help you with the mentality that you picked up that's embedded in your mind after all those years of just turmoil. You need to decompress. Just being in the streets, learning how to move a certain way, deal with people in certain situations. I was so traumatized and uh I don't know what the word would be, but I think it's something like when you go to war, you come back and you fucked up in the mind. You got to correct the way you think because everybody's not out to get you. But you start to believe that. It took me years to get my mind right and realize, dog, nobody's after you. You know what I mean? You can calm down. You can stop being so paranoid. You don't live that type of life anymore. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. I ain't just got my guards all the way down to my knees. Come on, man. I'm just saying, though. I just ain't got my guards up so high the way they used to be. I'm ready, but I ain't out there looking for no shit. But I appreciate y'all tuning in, man. We coming back. Hope y'all go check out the video from Pimp Tight from the South. Know I'm talking about jamming. Leave a comment. Let me know you saw it. Show them boys some love. Them boys legendary. And also, if you want to do me a favor and support me, go to Spotify and pull up that Hezeleo playlist and let that shit rock. Know what I'm talking about? It's your player partner, Hezeleo, man. And for those who ain't got that enough, I'm finna run that record one more again. Why? Because I like it and love it. I want some more of it. Know what I'm talking about? I'm fucking with you, fooling with you, because I'm cool with you. We gonna jam that bitch on now.
Should I give it up? That's the question I ask. Boys being trill is such a thing of the past. Niggas flip, fly, flaking, straight snaking and shit. Niggas scrolling and trolling, they fake as a bitch. It's a new world order, nigga like it or not. PA done turned into a straight Salem's lie. And I ain't loaning shit, you better hold what you got. Or bleed the motherfucking shit up out of your block. And these bitches ain't loyal, tells me in the coil, but I wraps up like aluminum foil. I'm focused on myself, baby, fuck your needs. You might find another, but you won't find he's. Yeah, yo.
What I had, but it still ain't enough. It ain't never. No matter what I give, it don't seem to be enough. Never enough. Oh, what can I give, or should I give it up? Should I give it up? No matter what I do, I don't seem to be enough. Cause I done gave what I had. Gave all I had. Sacrificed all I had. Yeah. It ain't enough. I done gave all I had. But it still ain't enough. But it still ain't enough.
It ain't never enough.
No matter what I give, it don't seem to be enough.
Is it ever enough?
Oh, what can I give, or should I give it up?
Should I give it up?
No matter what I do, I don't seem to be enough.
Let's go. I gave what I had, gave y'all the best of me. Hid nothing, held back. Here, take the rest of me. Guess you want the recipe, the knives and the forks. Wish I could take a look and see inside your heart. It's dark. I see that hate inside, that envy and jealousy and foolish pride. Y'all lied. You said that real niggas stick together, but the niggas that I know, them fools change like the weather. Whatever. I guess it is what it is, but I'ma stay focused, handling my biz, my kids, that's my #1 priority. You wanna stay broke? Fuck, nigga, don't involve me.
What I had, but it still ain't enough. It ain't never. No matter what I give, it don't seem to be enough. Never enough. Oh, what can I give, or should I give it up? Should I give it up? No matter what I do, I don't seem to be enough.
Should I give it up? That's the question I ask. Boys being trill is such a thing of the past. Niggas flip, fly, flaking, straight snaking and shit. Niggas scrolling and trolling, they fake as a bitch. It's a new world order, nigga like it or not. PA done turned into a straight Salem's lie. And I ain't loaning shit, you better hold what you got. Or bleed the motherfucking shit up out of your block. And these bitches ain't loyal. Tells me in the coil, but I wraps up like aluminum foil. I'm focused on myself, baby, fuck your needs. You might find another, but you won't find he's. Yeah,
What I had, but it still ain't enough.